Hey, I'm so glad you're here. Today I want to talk about a word we all use, and a feeling we're all searching for. Peace.
We usually think about peace, right? It's quiet. It's when the argument's over, or when you finally get some alone time. But what if that's not the whole story? What if true peace isn't just the absence of noise, but something you can actually build?
Okay, so to really get this, we've got to look at this amazing ancient Hebrew word, shalom. Now, this is so cool. Its real meaning isn't the absence of conflict. Not at all. It actually means completeness, wholeness, soundness. It's this picture of everything being just as it was meant to be, working in perfect harmony.
So to really understand what that kind of wholeness looks like, we have to rewind all the way back to the beginning of the story, back to the original blueprint.
The picture we get at the very start is one of total, perfect shalom. A universe where every single part was working together in harmony. And it wasn't just called good, it was called very good. This wasn't just a lack of problems, it was this beautiful, active, vibrant state of goodness. And this shalom, this wholeness, had these four amazing parts. First, a perfect relationship with God, the Creator. Second, a perfect relationship with ourselves. No inner turmoil, just peace. Third, a perfect relationship with each other. Total trust and community. And finally, a perfect relationship with the world itself. It was all connected, all whole.
But we all know that's not how things are now, is it? Something happened. The story talks about a fracture, a moment where that original harmony was just shattered.
When that wholeness was broken, it created this kind of debt, a deep sense of incompleteness that, honestly, I think we all feel. That little voice inside that says, something's just not right here. That was the moment the original shalom was lost.
So let's look at what happened to those four perfect relationships. That closeness with God, it was replaced with fear. That inner peace with ourselves, it turned into shame and struggle. That harmony with other people, that became blame and conflict. And that amazing, fruitful connection to the world became toil and decay. Every single bond was broken.
Man, that sounds pretty hopeless, doesn't it? But this is where the story takes a turn. This is where we hear about hope, about a bridge back to where we started. So the huge question becomes, how do you fix that? How can a debt that big ever be paid? How do you make something so completely broken whole again? Well, this is where the story points us to a person. It tells us about a peacemaker.
So look at this. On one side, you've got the debt we owe. All that brokenness, the shame, the fear, the incompleteness. It's a weight we just can't carry. But then, on the other side, you see what the peacemaker paid. Reconciliation, wholeness, hope, forgiveness. He literally stepped into that gap and paid the price that we couldn't.
There's this verse that it says it so perfectly. He is our peace who has broken down the dividing wall of hostility. Did you catch that? He doesn't just give us peace. He is our peace. He himself is the one who tears down all the walls that separate us from God and from each other and makes a new way for us to be whole again.
Okay, so let's get into this next part, because this is where the story turns and looks right at us. Understanding this peace is amazing, but living it out, well, that's our mission.
So if we've been given this incredible gift, this restored peace, it's not supposed to just stop with us. We're invited to become agents of shalom in the world. We're called to become builders of that same exact wholeness we've been given.
So you might be asking, okay, but what does that actually look like? Well, it kind of breaks down into three big things. First, we heal relationships. Actively seeking forgiveness and mending what's broken in our own families and friendships. Second, we pursue justice. We're meant to care for the vulnerable, because you can't have true shalom without fairness. And third, we share this story, telling people this good news about a peace that makes us completely whole.
And that brings us to the final part of the story, to the ultimate promise. See, this isn't just about making things a little bit better right now. It's about a future where peace will be made absolutely perfect.
And this is really cool. There's a hint of this final promise hidden right in the name of a famous city, Jerusalem. The name itself can be understood to mean the Lord will provide complete shalom. It's like a signpost, pointing to a future where peace will be final, perfect, and will last forever.
Because the story doesn't end here. It all points to this incredible ultimate promise, a day when the Prince of Peace comes back to make everything new. And we're not talking about just patching up a broken-down world. We're talking about a completely new heaven and a new earth, a place where shalom is just the air you breathe.
Just listen to this promise for a second. A place when there will be no more death, or mourning, or crying, or pain, for the old order of things has passed away. Can you imagine that? No more sadness, no more pain. It's the complete restoration of everything that was lost. All the brokenness, just gone, forever. That right there is the ultimate hope of shalom.
So as we wrap up, I just want to leave you with this one thought. Knowing that peace is about actively building wholeness, whereas one place, in your family, with a friend, in your community, where you can bring just a small piece of that wholeness today.